All right, got my legs stretched out today. Did 7 miles on my run walk, getting ready for the New York City half marathon. And yes, we're at Venice Beach, California. We're enjoying the day, and it's a gorgeous day. So, trying to staying straight for the lunatics here. Just trying to stay straight and focused for this New York City half marathon. So, how did it feel? It felt, for sure it got my attention. Last week I thought it'd be no sweat. There was sweat. Trust me when I tell you there was sweat. But it was great. Did a lot of walking, a lot of running. I stay between 135 and 115 in my heartbeat, and that's what I run. And it just, the time is what it is. I'm going to finish that half marathon and then go on to do many more. So this is what we're working towards as I get busy. My feet feel great. My legs feel great. I wear a brace on my left knee, but I hope I'm an encouragement to many, many others to get out and try to do stuff like this. I mean, I'm a 300-pound guy. There's no rhyme or reason why I should be trying to get into a half marathon, but I am, and I'm going to do it. So, and I'm lucky enough to be able to train here at Venice Beach in California. So wherever you're training, I don't care if it's just a walk around your living room, just go do something today. And let's get some movement happening. And I know you can do it. If you need help, reach out, of course, as always. But let's get ready. New York City, bright lights, big city, the Big Apple. Let's go. So as a 300-pound runner, I'm one of those people that firmly believes you can go outside of your box and your boundaries and do things beyond what your brain might tell you, because it gets into protective mode. You can do, for example, look at this, the surfers. I'm at Venice Beach. I'm training for the New York City half marathon. Happens in March. This is November. And I'm really looking forward to trying to, excuse the fingers, trying to figure this out. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to look forward to having some sort of a showing there. And I'm lucky enough to live in Southern California, where you can get training in a month like this. That's like 70 degrees outside, and we're just a few days before Thanksgiving. So this is my training. Today I'm going to do a 5K run walk. I pushed the first mile, and I'm going to continue just pushing the distance while I do this to try to get better and better times. And how I do it isn't the 1 minute, just so you know. I do it off of heartbeat. And what I find is when you focus on recovery time, at least me, recovery time comes quicker and quicker, which allows me to get these longer distances and such. So, that's what I work on is recovery time. Why does it look like my watches? Did it stop? The battery life on these Apple Watches is just horrific, in case you don't know. So I may have to switch watches for my running situation. I think my watch, oh no, there we are, we're back. Probably just a bunch of notifications. I hate that. I get notified for everything, so I keep turning them off and I forget some. But anyways, out getting a Sunday run in here in LA. And again, the weather is beautiful. They've brought the sand in for, they build it up for the winter. Check it out. And you can see they build these dunes so that it doesn't wash up. The winds and the storms don't wash up on the beach. But my focus isn't sand. It's getting some time on my legs. I was sick for a week. Did the Travis Barker 5K here in LA. I shouldn't have, because I was still feeling bad. And I had a relapse on my cold, so I was down all last week too. So I just started my workouts again yesterday. I train at Gold's Gym Venice, where I'm able to park my car and come down the Venice boardwalk here, or Strand. So I'm gonna get to running, make this a great day. It's only a running day. I'll take tomorrow off, and then I'll run Tuesday and get some steps Wednesday. I own a foundation, and we do a lot with underprivileged families. So Thanksgiving will be all about that, day before Thanksgiving. However, we'll be back on track, and I think I may try the 5K on Thanksgiving morning with just a couple of runs under my belt after being off with my cold. But put your mind to something. Again, I'm 300 pounds in doing this. I was 473. Imagine this. Let's get busy. Hey, my name is Dan, and today is 5K running day for me. I've lost 175 pounds. I was 473. I'm down 175. Got off of over 7,000 units of insulin, and I started running 5Ks. I'm a former pro athlete. I started running 5Ks this year. I ran 4 of them, and I got into the New York City Marathon in March. So I'm training for that right now, and trying to get my my time together and my stamina to the point I can do that. I'm still a big guy, and I'm telling you, running is hard. It's really hard for me, but I truly enjoy it. So we're going to get in on Sundays. I lift 5 days a week. I do cardio 6 days a week. Sunday I reserve for running a 5K on the treadmill, or since I'm in Venice Beach in California, I'll sometimes run down the Strand at Venice. It's great. The treadmill right now, I'm working on my timing, so that's why it's kind of a cloudy day anyways here in LA. So that's why I'm going to do it on the treadmill today. But I like to get out and get down the beach. So I encourage you, I started doing the 1 minute walk, 1 minute run routine. I still kind of do that, but actually I've transitioned more into heartbeat. I'm really focused on my heartbeat and trying to get my heartbeat down. So, the faster my recovery, the longer I'm able to run. And it makes a really big difference for me because it gets me longer stretches of running. And that's what I'm really looking for as I'm doing these 5Ks. And then my first half marathon, that's going to be a challenge. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, even the 5Ks are a challenge. So, but I love it. I love how hard they are to do. I think you have to really embrace things like that. You've got to come outside your comfort zone, and you've got to train in the uncomfortable areas of your life. And this is definitely one of them for me. And but I'm having so much fun. This is great. So let's go jump on a treadmill today and do a 5K and get the day going. So the run's over at Gold's treadmill. Did 2 miles. I haven't ran in 5 weeks. So wanted to really, just get some miles on my legs. And, again, I go with my heartbeat. So as my heartbeat goes up and down as to my duration of my runs, and I work on my recovery time. The faster I can recover, the better it is, the longer I can run in a single stint. So that's exactly, and there's the gold sign just in case we're confused, that's exactly what I work on when I do this. So got the run in, and I'm gonna run 2 miles probably 3 times this week. It's Christmas week here in LA. I've been off for 5 weeks. I was just doing the math. I was 2 weeks in Canada. I was completely congested because of the cold weather and the heat that they have in the the places up there. I mean, everything's indoor heat, and it makes it really difficult. Let me just throw out my Sandy nap. I'm very cautious when I'm in the gym. But because of the heat, I wasn't able to get those runs in. I was just congested the whole time I was up there. So back home here in LA, and then before that, I caught that cold. I was in New York trying to do the 5K in New York City. I just want to make sure I have my keys while we're talking, because that would be bad. I tried to do the 5K when I was in New York. I was on the standby list. I didn't get in. So I did the virtual marathon in New York City, and it was great. I did it in 4 days. You have 8 days to complete it, and just really got it done. So that was the last time really I ran, because on that trip I ended up catching a cold, and that was the cold that knocked me down. And again, I had 3 times it hit me back, so it was brutal. Now back home in LA, my lungs feel good. Being off for 5 weeks, you don't have the wind that you used to have. So we're going to get that wind back and just really put a full court press on trying to get ready for the half marathon in New York City. This is great if you're a type 2 diabetic for burning glucose. The more you can move your body, I have a wellness company. We help reverse diabetes in people. I've dropped 175 pounds, got off of 7,000 units of insulin a month. And the more you can move your body, the better it is for your insulin resistance. And a lot of people, I even have people come to me for weight loss. They see my story of losing 175, and I got more to go, of course, but I'm on the path. And the one thing that a lot don't even realize is they have insulin resistance, And insulin's a great hormone. However, it can work against us too. So, you know, that's really what it looks at. And just getting there you go, set my water jug down, my electrolytes actually, but just getting the body used to burning glucose, I'm telling you, it's just so great for insulin resistance, and it'll help with so many other things metabolically in your world. So I highly recommend any kind of a movement. You know, I get my people doing 10 minutes, 15 minutes of walking after a meal, just to help tamp down, because your blood sugar is going to go up. So if you can bring it back down a little bit, this is what we're looking at, and it works. I mean, this stuff all works. We get amazing results. We have people on weight loss. We have people on reversing or putting their type 2 diabetes in remission, and we're getting results. So if you need some help with that, let me know. But it's a beautiful Sunday. Turned out to be a beautiful Sunday. I'm going to get the top down on the car and head back to my place, and maybe do some cold plunging, and let's work on the inflammation. I'll do some red light therapy tonight as well. I'm really big into recovery. So there you have it. There's Gold's, and there's my Sunday. It is pouring rain here in LA, as you can see. So outside at Gold's, and I'm going to innovate today and use some machines that I don't normally use. And they'll probably be a little bit wet, to be honest with you, but we're going to get a chest workout in. I do 3 exercises for chest, and I just had a good idea actually for a chest exercise. I do 3 exercises for chest, and I crunched yesterday. I crunched 3 days a week, so I'm not going to crunch today, but I'm going to do 3 exercises for chest. I want to get the blood flowing in the chest area and stuff. And then I'm going to run. Now, I'm trying to do the New York Half Marathon in March. I got in. And as far as running goes, I was in New York. I did the virtual New York City Marathon, and where you have 8 days to do it. I did it in 4. Got off the plane, put in, I think, 7 miles that night through Central Park and all over Manhattan. It was so awesome. And I wanted to do the 5K. I didn't get in, but I was on the wait list. And then I caught a cold. Excuse me, I'm still clearing my throat. I came home from New York, and when I got home, I ran the Travis Barker 5K, and when I ran the Travis Barker 5K, I got a relapse, which sucked. Stayed home for a while from the gym, got back in the gym, got another relapse. So I had 2 or 3 relapses. I was off for 3 weeks with that cold. Went to Canada. It was so dry in Canada. It was so cold that I was getting stuffed up from the heaters inside the houses, the dry air. So I was in 2 cities with my charity foundation providing Christmas for underprivileged kids. So we did that. And I've just started running again. So it was like 5 weeks where I haven't done any running. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to run a mile as fast as I can, and just try to break that down and get my recovery rate back down. That's what I'm really working on currently, is getting my recovery rate down. And if I get my recovery rate down, the faster it comes down, because I run on my heartbeat, the better it is. I can run longer distances, is what I'm finding. So it's a long way to say, that's my game plan. But today we're going to do some chest workouts, and I'm going to show you some of the exercise equipment, because it's soaking wet, and inside, you got, a lot of people who aren't normally here at this time, a lot of younger guys, doing sets on their phones, and 4 or 5 guys saying, which you rarely see at Gold's. People are usually into it, but 4 or 5 guys standing around one piece of equipment, and I hate to say the younger guys, anyway. So we're going to get outside here and get some exercise going, some blood flowing into the muscles. All right, training for the New York City Half Marathon as a 300-pound runner. So running today. It'd be great to come along. Listen, somebody's doing one of those circle bowls or whatever. You got all kinds of characters here at Venice Beach. I'm in Venice Beach, California. Listen, I work out 5 days a week. I lift fairly heavy, and then when it gets to running, I run one day, and then Sundays I run a 5K, and I make sure I'm trying to stagger my steps through the week 10,000 steps, 8,500 steps, things like this, to go along with my training schedule. So I do legs Tuesday, arms Wednesday, chest Thursday, back Friday, and then I hit shoulders on Saturday. I do one body part per day, but I do go hard on those lifts. I'm a former pro athlete. I spent 12 years on the pro wrestling tour, and I got up to 473 pounds, but I've dropped 175. So now out getting my 5Ks in. I've done 4 5Ks, and I got into the New York City half marathon. So just want to show that even as a big runner, a walk runner, I guess you could say, you can still have fun. The great thing about me is I got news for anyone who wants to bully me while I'm walking in a race. Yeah, and it's not good news. So I want to support all the other slow runners out there as we get busy and try to make things happen and turn this into a super positive experience, which is really what I'm trying to do here. So come with me on the journey. I got about a month to train. What happened was I broke my toe on Christmas Day. I was doing a leg workout and I dropped a 25-pound plate on my toe and broke it, so I haven't been able to run. This is only my 3rd run since my toe injury, and that's not that great. I'm friends with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I check in with him every day on my weight loss. I want to lose another 25 pounds. I'd like to drop 50 this year, and as Arnold told me, nobody gives a F about the broken toe where we at. So here's where we're at. We're in Venice, and we're doing some running on a Sunday in California. So when I was 473 pounds, running was just a dream. I mean, I wrestled on tour at probably 235 or so, and used to run. I went up for pro football before doing the wrestling. I mean, nothing to go out and run 5 miles in an evening, just a nice pace and stuff. So this is really hard, but I'm embracing how hard it is, and getting this running in is a privilege, not a task. And I think when you frame things like this in your head, it gets a lot easier, and be grateful about it. I keep a journal every night and I write down how grateful I am to be able to go out and do exercise like this. So let's keep this training going. New York City, here we come. Let's go. The training continues for the half marathon. Today was an off day, no lifting. Tomorrow I come back in here. I'm at Gold's Bend, as you can see. Room 3, looking into room 4. All the cardio equipment, here we go. And just wanted to get my steps in. It's pouring rain here in LA. It's supposed to rain all week, so it'll be a lot of treadmill work this week. However, I'm supposed to do a walk run of 70 minutes on Sunday. I feel really good. My concern was my broken toe, which is almost healed. It's about a 2 on the pain meter. I've got about a month out until the half marathon, and I'm thinking of pushing and trying 9 miles on Sunday. So I'm going to confer with my coaching program and see if in fact that would be a wise choice, or should I stay straight to the program. I mean, I got to tell you again, I'm a former pro athlete. It's hard for me to stay coloring inside the boundaries when my whole life all I've done is push the boundaries. So I really need to take a hard look at that and see if it's feasible or not. So we're doing it. It's a go, and I just need to make sure that I'm able to, number 1, finish. Number 2, I'd really like to push for a better time than I might think I'm going to do. This is exciting for me. Again, I was 473 pounds. Can you imagine this, down 175 and doing this? I'm still a big guy, but I welcome you to come along and even join me. How great would that be? So let's get busy. Let's just take one step at a time and get going. Let's do it together. Come on. So my training continues for the New York City Half Marathon. I am making a decision this Sunday. I think I'm, depending on weather, because LA has been kind of rainy. I've got about 4 weeks left before I actually have to walk the race, let's be clear. But I think what I'm going to do, and by the way, I'm at Gold's, in case you don't know, here in Venice Beach. But what I'm going to do, I think, is go 6 miles on Sunday. And then depending how I feel, I'd like to push it to 9. My training program says don't go above 7, but I sort of bartered with it. And if I can feel pretty good by, let's say 6 miles, then I think I'm going to push it to 9. I just want to get the feel of what it's like. So in comparison, when I was in New York, I did a business project last year in New York. I was out there for a few months. I love New York City, by the way. I lived there for 5 years before moving to LA. But I remember doing legs at Bev Francis's gym in New York, and I did leg day, and I mean a heavy leg day. Then I walked in the city in Manhattan. I did 3,000 steps. Had dinner at the old homestead. I was so tired by the time I got to the homestead. I just had a massive prime rib, no veggies, no nothing, just pure protein, and it was delicious. I slept like a baby that night. So I've done the, great distance before, but I think what I want to do is start getting some length in. Today was 8,000 steps according to my training program. I've probably done about 9,000, and it was leg day. It's the start of my workout week where I do legs Tuesday, tomorrow I'll do arms and chest and back. Saturday morning will be shoulders, and then I run on Sundays. So, and I'll run Thursday too. I'll just do like a mile and a half on the treadmill on Thursday night. It's supposed to rain all week, so that'll be good. But I'll get about a mile and a half in on Thursday night. And, as we continue along, I'm running on heartbeat, and I'm staying between 115 and 135 to try to build some endurance. That's what we've agreed upon. So that's kind of interesting because I was going up to 150 on the heartbeat before, and I'd run until I got up there, and then I'd walk it back down. But now I'm staying in the 115 to 135 range. I hit 135 and bring it back down to 115. So, and it was way easier, and I added about 2 minutes to my run. But when I'm talking about doing over 13 miles, I think that could really help me. So we'll see how this goes. But training is on like Donkey Kong, and let's get busy as we do this. I hope you're going to join me, or I can encourage you to do something. You can walk. Just get out and walk the block. Any kind of walking around your living room even is a victory. By the way, I've walked around my living room just to get get an extra 100 steps in to get over a threshold before. So don't be shy about doing that, because I certainly have no ego when it comes to that. Let's go.